4 months. It has been 4 long months since our last addition to the Fusion-only account. But now, after such a long wait, we have finally been blessed with a brand new team member in the form of the dashing and chivalrous troop leader in the entirety of Rinascita. And no, it's not the lovely Rochia. Even though she was definitely acting like the boss during the main campaign of the Rinascita arc of the story, even making Brant fall in line. But rather, it is Mr. Troop, and Jack Sparrow's long-lost cousin. Yes, it is the main man himself, Brant. And not only does Brant join the stage as our newest Fusion character, folks, he is also the Fusion Archetype's first ever sub-DPS support shielder. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is packing it all. He has damage, he has healing, he has shields, he has a team-wide attack boost integrated into his kit, and most importantly, he also packs a rather big pistol, and he definitely knows how to use it. And while we don't need another DPS on this account, mainly due to the fact that we currently have 3 in the form of Chixia, Encore, and the Nuke masquerading as a woman in the form of Chang Li, Brant's support capabilities make him an absolute must-pull for this account, because sustain is indeed a major issue we face regularly on this account, and having a busted support like Brant would be absolutely divine, especially in the endgame content. And so, with our goal for today's set and a respectable amount of wishes saved, it is time for us to delve back into the gacha pool to see if we'll sail off into the sunset or be dragged into the murky undertow of Davy Jones's locker by the curse of Arrow. Oh, and if you like what you see, please consider leaving us a like, comment, or if you think we've earned it, consider subscribing to the channel, as it would be a pleasure to have you aboard. And with our goal on the horizon, our hearties, it is time to man the deck, hoist the sails, and set sail. So starting off, we scope out our prize for this episode, making sure he doesn't go anywhere, and for those among you who watched our last summoning session on this account, you'll know that we are not summoning in the spot we were before, and that is because that area is a prime hangout for Zhongxin. And we would really like not to have a repeat of our previous summoning session if we can help it. Regardless, as we jump into the banners, a welcome sight greets us and become quite overjoyed because not only do we potentially get a new Fusioneer in Brant, but he also managed to coerce Mortefi out of his lab to join him on his banner, meaning we have yet another chance to get the rather coveted Resonance 4 passive, the Cathartic Waltz, which increases the duration of Mortefi's Resonance Liberation by a whopping 7 seconds, bringing it up to a rather juicy 17-second duration. Which, needless to say, is definitely something we want on this account, especially with the addition of the brand new Echo set, Empyrean Anthem, which increases coordinated attack damage, which Mortefi's Liberation is counted as well as increasing the attack of the on-field party member by 20% when the coordinated attack critical strikes, which is a very spicy upgrade for Mortefi indeed, and so to quote a great man,
"Let's go gambling!" Quit the chit-chat. Tell me what you need and I'll make it for you, provided your descriptions are reasonable.
Thank you, guys.
Chissa, Ally of Justice, at your service. Are you the one in need of a hero?
Yes.
the curtains pull back, and I am here to hunt for every laugh. Brant, at your service. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And there we have it, folks. After 40 pulls and hitting the jackpot with a resonance chain for both Chixia and Mortefy, we have finally managed to recruit the man of the hour Brant, and as such have increased the survivability of this account tenfold, and in addition to that, we now have enough team members to officially have 2 teams for the endgame grind, which is absolutely amazing. But of course, you know we can't just end the summons there, right? No, because we would be doing our boy Brant a major disservice if we didn't even try to attempt to get his weapon. And besides, what is a captain without their trusty cutlass at their side? So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to delve once more unto the breach.
It's beautiful!
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Unflickering Valor in all of its violet beauty. And even though it cost us every single one of our weapon pulls, we could not be happier with the outcome of this summoning session by being able to bring home Brant and his weapon onto the account, as these two combined are going to be such a colossal boon for both the present as well as the foreseeable future of the account. And with no new Fusioneers lined up in the drip marketing, we are now free to recuperate our wishes and stock up for our next teammate, whoever they may be. But we wonder, what if? Ah, nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a rather dumb idea that could very well come back to bite us in the future. But hey, we like bad ideas.
I'm not a smart man.
And besides, as the old adage goes, the show must go on. So we figured that given the fact that we had 87 summons left from summoning Brant, and that they were burning a hole in our pocket, we figured it might be a wise decision to try get a resonance chain for either Brant or Changli. However, we were then stuck on who to get it for. So we went into their respective resonance screens and began weighing up the choice between the two. And while Brant's Resonance 1 passive offered him a AoE slow effect as well as increasing his damage by 60% during his flip attacks, which looking back on the footage now as we're editing this would have been rather handy for some crowd control.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
At the time, it felt akin to giving a goldfish a gun. However, we didn't realize our mistake at the time, and yes, feel free to laugh at us in the comments below. Anywho, top-notch stupidity aside, we then looked at Changli's Resonance 1 passive, which increases both her resonance skill and heavy attack damage by 10%, as well as granting her resistance to interruption. And upon thinking about it for the entirety of 10 seconds, we ultimately decided at the time that the power and utility that this passive was going to provide would be akin to strapping a missile launcher onto a nuke, and the decision was totally not down to us embracing our monkey brain button mashing instincts. No sir, not us. And so having finally made up our mind, we decided to go for Changli's Resonance 1, which turned out
eons of time on this vast land, all encapsulated in a humble game. I am fortunate to have you as my opponent.
Well, as you can see, rather well. We know we're just as surprised as the rest of you. We too were expecting Jianxin to show up again. But thankfully, Lady Luck seems to have taken a liking to us during this summoning session and even threw a smile our way yet again, which, let's face it, was probably to make up for the last summon session if we're being honest. But regardless, with our brand new Sequence 6 Yoo-Hoo, like seriously every 10 pulls she showed up and we're thinking she didn't quite get the memo on what account this is. But regardless, with our shiny new resonance for Changli, we managed to achieve everything we set out for today and then some. And so, given the theme of today's episode, it is time to lower the curtain and take our final bow for the end of the episode. And as we prepare to head out into the open sea in order to build our boy Brant, we would first like to thank you all for watching until the end. It truly does mean a lot to us, and we hope you all have a lovely day. And until next time, remember to take care, stay safe, and maybe we'll see you next time.